2006 for me was a very, well, it's a year I'll never forget. You see, the previous year, my father and I wanted to, go out to California here and visit my family. Unfortunately, we couldn't do that, but I had made a vow that somehow, some way, I was going to do that. And in 2006, I saved up the money that I had earned a little bit with Fufales and through government financing and all that, if you know what I mean. Uh, and I was able to save up the money I needed to purchase a ticket to California, to Modesto, California, on the Greyhound. Now, before I did this though, like I mentioned in 2000, at the end of 2005, I began the year out of a job, because basically my job that I would have had still, even to this day, I truly believe that, Fufales, which was right across the street from me, had gone out of business. So that was kind of hard, but still didn't deter me from, coming out here for my birthday in July of 2006. But also throughout 2006, I don't know how I don't know how I did it. I think it was through one of the websites I go on, one of the websites based on a animated franchise I used to watch. And I saw this link to a video, and it said YouTube on it. And I'm thinking, what is this? So I go on YouTube, so I click on it, and I look up more, and I'm like, wow, this looks interesting. I don't know, where this site came from. And I looked up some more information about it, and I find out that it just, I guess, recently been curated. The site had recently been curated, and that it allowed anybody to go on there and post videos. Didn't matter who you were. So I figured, hey, I've got some fan vids / AMVs that I've made, and I've been trying to share with everybody, but the only way I could do that is through WinMix, which is WINMX, or LimeWire. I figured, this could help me share them even faster. So I went on YouTube. I created an account on there. Some people watching this may know what that account was. And I posted videos after videos after videos. A lot of, because a majority of my Satayam, not my Satayam, but a majority of my AMV fan vids were based on Sonic Satayam, Sonic X, Rescue Rangers, and I just started to, post them like you wouldn't believe, and what happened is I had posted a lot of videos, and I think I had signed on about maybe March or April of 2006, the first time I ever discovered YouTube and signed on with them. And I just, like I said, I posted video after video after video. And then when I went out to California in July, I still had my account going. I even checked it out there. And my visit out there was, out here was kind of a bittersweet visit. I mean, what happened is that my grandfather, who I found out early in the year, was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. Well, the cancer that Patrick Swayze had. That cancer. Or something like it. I was determined, even more so, to come out and see my family and to see him, see how he was. And I saw him when he was still alive. But unfortunately, what happened is that on my birthday, it turned out to be a great day and everything, and but it turned out to be like one of those normal days. We're going to celebrate, have cake, ice cream, maybe a few presents here and there. And then later on that evening, when my mom is out getting the last preparations, if you know, finished, all ready for the party, we get the news from my aunt. My aunt calls up and gives us the news that we were dreading, that we didn't want to hear. And it really broke us all down. I called my father out here, out in Kansas, and you know, it was like, it just, you know, it was just hard for us. And you know, we continued on. You know, we continued on because that's how He would want us to do, just to continue on with our life, and you know and remember that He was in a better place now. I've told people this. I've told my mom this. I've told my aunts this, my sisters. But ironically, what happened was 2 days prior to his passing, I had this vision, almost like right before I woke up. It was like I was looking into heaven, and I saw him being called to by his relatives that had passed on before him, like his brothers and sisters. You know, basically his family that had passed before him, his family members that had gone before him, and they were basically telling him to come home, to join them, and I could just recall what he said. He said, "I can't go, I can't go, I can't." You know, he basically is telling him he can't go. And then the last thing I remember one of them saying, I don't know who it was, because you know there was just a big flash of light. He said, "They're like, it's okay, they're letting you go, they're letting you go." And I should have known right there that that was, you know, God's way of telling me, you know, the time's going to be soon. You know, that He's going to go home and join me in heaven real soon. And, you know, ironically enough, 2 days later, that's what happened. My visit was only supposed to be like for maybe a week or two and then go back. I ended up staying out there for my grandfather's funeral, staying out there a lot longer because of my grandfather's funeral. I went to San Francisco, and then I rode the Greyhound bus back here to Kansas. Excuse me for a second. Okay. I always have to check my time, you know. But anyway, I came back here to Kansas, and when I came back here to Kansas, one of my first things to do was get a job and start saving up money, because that's when I started planning to come back out to California, not to visit, but to live. But while I did this, when I got home, one of the first things I did was go on my YouTube account, because I noticed on my emails that I had a lot of, you know, I guess you could say comments, or, you know, a lot of things on my YouTube, and I'm thinking, wow, you know, this is amazing. But I go on, and guess what? It's suspended. Because, that's right, my first account ever was suspended only a few months in, because YouTube had basically not, the people that had created YouTube had basically not gotten permission from other studios and places like that. So I basically had to wait a few months, or wait a while, before I could get back on. And I remember, and you know, during this time while I was waiting to get back on, I got a job at Walmart as an unloader. I made some good friends there, found a lot of people that I had a lot in common with. And this was in Lawrence, Kansas, and again, it was in walking, you know, distance of me. I got a job there. You know, I ended up making accounts on Dailymotion, and not Dailymotion, but on Photobucket and MySpace for my videos. And then finally, in December of 2006, I decided, you know, I'm going to try to get back on it, but I had to figure out a way to get back on YouTube. So I realized, oh, wait a minute, maybe if I use a different email. And that's what I did. I used a different email, because also I think I saw a video on it. And I used a different email, used that to put in a different account. And my second account that everybody knows of was created, and that second account lasted into about 2008, June 2008. So, and we all know what happened there. But anyway, you know, 2006 was, like I said, was a bittersweet year, because, you know, my grandfather had passed. I ended up getting a job, which I was on for over a year. at Walmart, and I discovered YouTube, subscribed to them, was suspended by them, and then I was able to I was able to sign up again with them under a different account with a different email. So yeah, but that's what 2006 was, for me. That's what it was.